class. In previous chapter, you learned how our body made up and how circulatory system and excretory system works. Now let us learn about the bones and muscles. The skeleton system. All of you have seen skeleton system in pictures, in movies, somewhere you have seen. When you come to school, I'll show you a skeleton in biolab. All the bones of our body form skeleton system. There are 206 bones in an adult body that join together to work properly, that join together to make framework of the body. Some of them cover and protect the internal organs. Like I told you in last chapter, lungs protect the heart. So some bones protect the internal organs. This system has three main jobs. What these jobs are? It helps to move. Number two, it forms framework, gives shape and support. Number three, it protects the internal organs. A baby has more bones than an adult. How many bones a baby has? A baby has 300 bones. A newborn baby has 300 bones. As the baby grows, they join together. The bones grow in size too. But the living tissue of the bones grow and repair the broken bones. Bones have blood vessels and running through them. That is why it hurts when a bone breaks. Now see the skull. What is skull? The bones of skull are hardest of all the bones. You can see in this picture, it is the hardest bones of our body. These bones form a case for brain and give shape to our face. This gives shape to our face. Only bone of the lower jaw can move because it helps to speak and to eat something. Rest of the bones like this bone, this bone, this bone, it cannot move. They are fixed bones. The bones of face have hollow for eyes, ears and nose. The bones of face have hollow for eyes, nose, ears and mouth. The teeth fit into the jaw bones. Now let us learn about the backbone. It is very important organ of our body. Many small bones join together by a rubbery tissue called cartilage form the backbone or the spine. These bones are called vertebrae. A single bone is called vertebrae. Hence, the spine is also called the vertebral column. Vertebrae are hollow at the center and through them run a bunch of nerves called a spinal cord. Like you have seen beads chain. So it is hollow from the center. So the string or a thread can run through it. Similarly, the bunch of nerves run through the spinal cord. The spine runs through neck, back and hips. It's joined to the skull. Cartilage helps the bones to bend and twist. That is why our body can bend and twist easily. We can do these work very properly. Now let us learn about the rib cage. In previous chapter I told you about the rib cage. 12 pairs of curved bones are called rib cage. This is a rib cage which protect the heart and lungs. In previous chapter I told you our heart is placed between the lungs. These bones are strong but flexible. These bones are flexible. 10 pairs of ribs are joined with the spine or the breastbone. You can see in this picture. These 10 bones are joined with the spine or the breastbone, which runs through the center of the chest. But these last two are not joined with the spine. Now we will come to the just learn about the arms. A long bone run through the upper arm is arm. It is our arm. It is joined to the shoulder bone, like you can see in this picture. I'll show you one wait a minute. It is joined to the foreman has two bones. These has two bones. They join to the bones of upper arm at the elbow. They also join the wrist bone. Here it is joined with the wrist. And the wrist bones are joined to the palm, and the palm bones are joined to the finger bones. Each finger has 3 bones while a thumb has 2 bones. Now let us learn about the leg. The thigh bone is the longest bone of the body. It is joined to the hip bone and the 2 bones of leg. I'll show you in this picture. It is joined to the hip. Yes, you can see. The leg bone are joined to the bones of ankle. Here it is joined with the ankle, which are joined to the bone of foot, like it was joined in the arm. And the foot bones are joined to the toes. The big toe has 2 bones and the other toes have 3 bones in each. Now we will learn about the next topic. It is the joints. How joints help us to move. Our body can move if only our bones have joints. We cannot move without joints. You can see this pencil. It cannot bend. It cannot bend easily. If you break it, it will break. But it cannot twist or it cannot bend because it is straight. It has no joint in it. Similarly, I am giving you one example. If your finger bone were not joined, if your finger bones were not joined together, you cannot move your finger. You cannot hold anything easily. So we have different types of joints in our body. Some bones are fixed. They cannot move, like the skull. It cannot move. Next, some are movable joints, but they are also of many types. The one that let us move more freely are ball and socket joints. Like your shoulders, you can do like this. You can rotate your shoulders. Next, the hinge joints. They work like a hinge of a door. Like this arm. You can do like this. Yes, you can do like this. I'll show you through this hand. This you can do like this. Yes, they allow us to move our arm and leg backward and forward, but do not swing. You cannot swing them around. Toes and finger joints are also hinge joints. Now I'll show you one picture about the various types of joints. This is wait a second. This is ball and socket joint. This is fixed joint. This is hinge joint. This is ball and socket, and this is also hinge joints. Now let's see how these joints and muscles work. Every bone in our body that can move has muscles attached to it by a tough cord-like thing called tendons. The muscles which are attached to the bones are called voluntary muscles because we can move them according to our wish. The muscles on which we have no control are called involuntary muscles, like our heart muscles. We cannot control them, so these are the involuntary muscles. Now, let us learn how these muscles and bones work together. When muscles attached to the bone contract, it pulls the bone and make it move. It cannot, however, push the bone back into the other direction. It cannot be moved in the other direction. That is why the muscles always work in pairs. The one muscle pulls a bone in one direction and its partner pulls the bone in other direction. So the stood the chapter. Goodbye. But before leaving the class, I want to tell you one thing. Working together is success. So learn together, work together. God bless you all.